Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Mary, for those of you that are new. And I want to let you know that I really appreciate you guys stopping by and listening and commenting and sharing. It really means a lot to me. And so today I want to take a look at Kamala. Now I know I've looked at her before, but I feel like we need to keep our eyes on the prize. And you know, someone in the comments said we should light a candle for her. Whatever you need to do, just send her good vibes. You know, light a candle, do a meditation, just, you know, write in your journal, or just I'll tell you what, write down 3 times. Kamala Harris is president. Kamala Harris is president. Kamala Harris is president. And really let that sink in and see her. See her accepting the oath. See her in the Oval Office. We have to manifest what we want. And not only that, guys, don't think about the other person. You know who I'm talking about. Get that out of your consciousness. Okay? Concentrate only on her. Now, for those of you that are here that don't want her to be in office, sorry, you came to the wrong place. I ask everyone to vote, and it doesn't matter who you voted for, but I'm just going to say this because I don't want to ramble on. People say, oh, they don't do anything. The Democrats don't do anything for black people. Well, there's more than black people on this earth. There's so-called black and so-called white and all the colors in between. Okay? There is nobody that's perfect. There is nobody that's going to get it right for only you, a certain group of people. When you're working with millions of people, it's just not going to happen. Think about a relationship. If you're in a relationship, you are not going to please that person, and that person is not going to please you always. So we're talking about millions of people. We're talking about billions if you're talking about worldwide, because everybody follows what the United States does. Everybody's looking at what's happening in the United States to base their lives around. Okay? So, for those people who think that they have to have someone perfect in office, it's never going to happen. And not only that, when you talk about what the Democrats haven't done, think about what's going to be taken away if a certain person actually gets in office. Your rights are going to be taken away. He said you don't have to worry about voting anymore. You know why? Because he's always going to be the one. You vote. You'll go down there, you waste your time putting the vote in. Won't do you any good because it's already set. He's already set it, okay? Some people think that his luck is going to rub off on them. No. If you commit a felony, now he's committed 34, you commit a felony, see how fast you're going to lose your everything, okay? Think you're going to be able to get a job? No. As soon as you say felony, it's over. Unless maybe he'll hire you, you know. Maybe you will relate on that level. And I'm not trying to be funny. I didn't want to get into this. I said I was going to save this till later, but now I'm saying it, so I'm just going to say it. When you look at the other side, you're talking about privilege. Privilege. And who among us, whether you're white or any color in between, that's not at that high echelon that he is, has had privilege, you know? And you don't get privilege from putting other people down. If you think that you're going to have privilege because you say, oh, he's gonna do this for me and he's gonna do that for me. If you don't think critically about what is going on and how you're gonna help yourself, I don't know what to say. Because these are grown people that are getting in my comment section talking about, I'm glad that that 45 won. Really? Really? Are you going to be glad when someone you love has a life-threatening pregnancy? You going to be happy about that? Are you going to be happy when your friends and family get deported? You going to be happy about that? Are you happy about the fact that he tried to have 5 young men kept in prison? Not only were they kept in prison, he wanted the death penalty for them. Does that make you happy? Even though they were innocent. He is never going to go to a prison. Now, I'm not saying that he's not going to pay for his crimes, but he will never go where he sent those young black men half of their lives for something that they did not do and took out full-page ads on them. You like that? You like that? How many felonies? 34? And he's still walking around on the streets. You try that. Try that. And see how far you... Try not paying your taxes. Try going bankrupt. Okay? Try that. You got money to pay for a lawyer to file your bankruptcy papers and all that. Do you have the money for that? Okay? All right. So, like I said, I didn't want to get into all that. I mean, there's just so much that goes on in my mind when I hear stuff like that. Maybe the people maybe the Democrats don't do everything we want, and no one can. There's too many different people in this world that I want this, I want that. They didn't do that, they didn't do this. But they didn't take anything away from you. Your rights are on the line right now. Your rights are on the line. And if you're not smart enough to recognize that, I just don't know. You can't get grown and recognize that you are not privileged, and you never will be. And his luck, no matter what, will never rub off on you. Do you think because he's in office, you're going to be as lucky as him? No. First of all, you got to be born into millions. And then you got to be a crook so that you can take everybody else's stuff. If you want to do that, you might try to take everybody else's stuff, but it's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you. Anyway, okay. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to preach. But anyway, let's get on to Kamala, and I have to calm down. I look at the comments in my section, comment section, and sometimes I feel like, wow. And I try not to focus on it. But sometimes it's like you just need to talk about it, because, and this is just one of those times, so forgive me, guys, excuse me. I'm going to get on with the reading. This is not how I actually do things, but I think I don't know. Let's get on with Kamala. Okay, here's the deal, guys. I got to know what's going on with Kamala. I got to know how she's feeling. I got to know what she's doing. I got to, Spirit, give us the information we need to know about Kamala at this time. I'm asking that. You said, ask and you shall receive. And we are asking that you shed some light on what's happening with Kamala. Let us know how she's feeling, what her next steps are. And we appreciate any information that you can give us, Spirit. Thank you. And so it is. All right, guys, so let's get into this reading. We want to know, Spirit, What's going on with Kamala? You know, she's been quiet, and that's to be expected because who wouldn't be after, you know, what happened? She was expecting it, even, I think, probably more so than we were, because it seemed like she had a lot of support, but I don't even know if all that was real. Okay, this came flying out. I'm going to keep that. It's the Star card. I think she's very, very hopeful. And I think there's a lot of her angels and ancestors and guides around her that are helping her through this situation. Yeah, they're really pouring into her, and she's feeling it. She knows. Okay, let's see, what else, Spirit? What else can you tell us about Miss Kamala Harris? What else can you tell us about Miss Kamala Harris, Spirit? Thank you so much. Tell us what it is you need us to know. I know we can't know everything, but what we can know, Spirit, give us the information that we need to know right now. That's too many. I'm not going to... Okay, we have two more that came out. Okay, they're flying out. What else, Spirit? What else can we know? Okay. Okay, for those of you who are interested, I'm using the Renaissance Tarot, the American Renaissance Tarot. So this is all about America and a lot of things that America has been through. I thought this would be the perfect deck for this kind of thing. Okay, so I already told you guys about the Star. I think her ancestors and angels and, you know, spirit guides are really, they're pouring into her right now. She's not just, you may think that she's not doing anything, but I think she's just taking it all in. She's really thinking about it, you know, with her being a prosecutor and all the things that she's been. She knows a lot, and I think she's just sitting back, not sitting back, but okay, this is what she's thinking of ways to make this work out, okay? She knows that she's won. She knows it. And she knows that things are going to be worked out. And we don't have anything to worry about. Okay, we have the four of coins here. I feel like she feels like I'm going to hang in here. She's going to hang in here. She's going to hang on to, it's like she's being communicated to. See that bird up there? She's listening. This is kind of what I said with that first card that I pulled up. She's getting the information. She's being guided. And I think what she's doing is she's just taking it all in right now. She's really figuring out what it is, what her next steps are. And she's taking it out. Not that she's not being the president, being the vice president at this time, but she's getting knowledge from her guides and things. And she's taking it all in. She's holding on to that, what she's been given. Okay? I have the Eight of Swords in reversed. Now normally this card upright would be talking about someone that's feeling mentally bound, that, you know, there's something that's holding them back from where they want to be. But this is reversed, which means that maybe that's where she was at one point when this first happened. But now she's released all that and she's ready to step out. The mental stuff that was going on in her head at one point, and I think that they probably knew that it was rigged, but I think also that she knows that there were people that didn't respect the fact that she was a woman, that she had all these credentials. She's a smart woman. She's not just any woman. I mean, most women have a lot of wisdom anyway, but I mean, she's gone above and beyond. And I think it got into her head because she thought that the people that she thought were going to vote for her, a lot of them didn't, for whatever reason, you know. But it's not to say that she didn't win, you know. But I think that kind of got in her head for a minute, and now I think that she's let that go. Yeah, I'm getting chills on that. She's let that go, and she is ready. She's ready to move on, guys. And we have the Five of Swords showing up here next. Now, yeah. All of that, all of those bad thoughts, all of those things that she thought was the people that she thought was going to work with her, it did hurt her, okay? And now she's on guard. She's on guard. She's like, oh, okay, you guys thought you were going to stop me? Okay, here she is, right here. See that? See that hand with the sword there? Mm-hmm. All those people that pretended, and I mean, look at this. Look at, if you guys could see the expressions on these faces, you would see it was like there were people, I think, that made her think that they were behind her when they really weren't. When they got in that booth, they did something else, okay? And, you know, even though other things were done to help 45, I feel like, and I think she feels like too, that there was some betrayal that went on too. You know, first of all, we won't talk about everything. Okay, I won't talk about it because I'll go back into my fight mode again. But anyway, if you think about it, there's a lot of reasons why people, some people didn't want her, and they rather have someone that's privileged that they think is going to give them something when they're going. He's already told you he's going to take everything away from you. I just don't get it. Okay, so here she is. Okay, she's juggling things, but she's happy about it. You know, it's like I got to juggle this, I got to juggle that. You know. But she can do it. She can do it. She's had to make some choices about what she was going to do about it. Because I feel like at some point she felt like she was just going to not let it go, but I think it really hurt her, is what I'm getting. And the way things went down, they knew that there was going to be some kind of deception. They knew it, but they let it ride. What else could they do? You know, I don't think they expected it to be as big as it was, and it didn't happen until the last minute. When they called Florida, that's when it started happening. That's when they put into force their AI or whatever it was. Okay. That helped turn it in his direction. So up until that point, and this is why so many people, psychics got it wrong, because up until that point, right before, she was supposed to be the winner. And it's not that she's not the winner, because she is, but like I said before, it's just going to take a minute for us to find out, for it all to come to pass. But so guys, just hang in there. Okay, and we have the Seven of Cups here. Now this card is about confusion, illusions, a lot of choices. And I think that she knows that people felt disillusioned because of this person here came in and said a lot of things that weren't true about her. It doesn't take much when you're a black woman for someone to say something that's going to make you, people turn against you. I mean, that's just common knowledge. I mean, it happens with women when we put up against a man, but it's doubly, triply, if that's a word, triple, whatever, happens when you're a black woman, okay? Ask me how I know. Okay, now we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Wow. I wonder if she felt like just walking away at some point. I'm getting no. So who's... There was some secrets. Yeah, like I said, she knew, they already knew that this might be put into play. See that moon there? That's talking about the secrets, some unknown things. We didn't know. The voter didn't know what was going on. But this is also about being very emotional. And this, yeah, it's like the voter. I think this is talking about the voter that had something taken away from them, their vote. Their vote. You can see she's holding something in her hands there. They felt like their vote was taken away from them. Normally, eights are about success, and I think the voter felt successful, you know, that this was going to happen, but then it turned around and all the emotions started flowing. That's why this is reversed. These cups are all, you know, the emotions started flowing. Well, we all know how we felt the next day. I mean, I didn't feel that. I really didn't feel bad about it because I had already, I felt like in the end she was going to get it. And this is for entertainment purposes only, guys. Okay, I'm only reading the cards and listening to my guides and angels and ancestors. I felt like, and I still feel like it's in progress. I think we're still, I feel like it. This is how I feel. This is what my guides are telling me. And I'm still seeing it in these cards here. That she will end up in the White House. Now we have the 10 of Cups here. I'm sorry, 10 of Coins. 10 of Coins. This is the last card. And of course, coins are about stability, structure, planning, and there's someone standing there on those gold steps. I think that's her. I feel like that's her. I think that she is going to climb the top of that mountain. She's going to get around it. She's going to climb to the top of it. Okay? Right now there's that mountain that she can't get through, but she's going to climb to the top of it. Okay? Okay. Let's see, what else, Spirit, can you tell us about Kamala right now. Yeah, Four of Swords reversed. Okay, let's turn this upright so you guys can see it first of all. There is like someone was pierced in the heart. You can see the bleeding. It's a woman. It's a woman. And you see the feet that are standing above her. It's like people are watching for her to go down. But this is in reverse. So she's ready to get up and get moving. Yeah, I do think that in the beginning, she thought that she had it. Okay, we have the missionary of coins, which is the knight of coins. It's in reverse. This is a knight that is moving very, very slow. When we talk about coins again, we're talking about planning, we're talking about focus, we're talking about security, structure. Okay? So he's in the reverse. He's ready to move on at this point. He was moving slow. But I'm feeling like now that things are going to start picking up. The structure is going to come back, and things are going to start picking up for her. We have the Four of Cups. She was disappointed, but she's fine now. We have the Queen of Swords. I think this is her showing up. She is that woman that is not going to take any stuff. She's gonna use that sword to find out the truth. The Queen of Swords. When we talk about swords, we're talking about mental, we're talking about truth, we're talking about clarity, and I think she's gotten that now. She's gotten clear on what it is that she wants to do. And she is going over documents and things. She is thinking about her ancestors, her helpers, her guides. You see that in the picture there, guys? That is a picture of like something old, like people gathered around. These are people from the past. And that is what she's thinking about. She's thinking about what all she's had to go through to endure to get where she is now. Do you think she's just going to let that go? No. And we have, it's called the Pope here, but it's the Hierophant. It is the law. It's reversed. And yeah, and it's about institutions and that kind of thing in the reverse. Okay? I feel like she's thinking about how things happened to why she's gotten where she is right now. Because I always saw her being president way back. But I think that she didn't think that things would get as bad as they are right now with the law. It's like it's been turned upside, everything's been turned upside down. You know, and that's because of the people that we have in like the Supreme Court. Now you look at this card right side up. And doesn't that remind you of someone that's like one of the Supreme Court members or something, but turn it, reverse it. It's like they've lost their power. They've lost their power. She's thinking about that. What is she going to do with that Supreme Court when she gets in office. We have the Queen of Wands. She's thinking about the women and their children. She's thinking about taking action on everything that's been taken away from women as far as their reproductive rights goes. So that's on her mind. Queen of Cups. You had 3 queens to show up just that quick, like 3 in a row. I think it was 3 in a row, or close to that. But the Queen of Cups. I think she's going to be a compassionate president. She wants to be that. She wants to hear people. She wants to know what's on people's mind. When she was out campaigning and everything and getting to know people, I think that was genuine. You know, I think she really wants to know. She's really compassionate and caring. Now, I want to say this. When she gets in the office and don't do exactly what you think she should do, you need to stop and think about what all she has to deal with. Okay? Because, like I said before, nobody's going to be exactly what you want them to be. Okay, do I need to pull another one, Spirit? Okay. Wow. 7 of Wands in reverse. This is about people. This is about being on the defensive. It's reversed, and I always read intuitively when I look at tarot, because like with this card here, right side up, this is about men bickering. Okay, it looks like Native Americans that are going after a white man for something. They're defending. He's having to defend himself. But in the reverse, I feel like she feels like she doesn't have to be on the defense when it comes to these men that didn't want her in. She's not going to even care about that anymore. She's over that. She's over trying to defend herself. Oh wow, the bottom of the deck we have Justice. We have Justice. So justice is coming, and there is the Constitution there. I don't know if they can really, I think it would take a lot to change things in the Constitution, so I'm thinking that she's going to try to keep it like it is, but maybe improve some things. It says, we the people. Again, this is about success. I think she wants to bring justice to the people. And I think she's going to get her justice too for what's happened with this election. We have the Ace of Coins. New beginning. Brand new beginning. New structure, new life, new focus. And we have the Tower here. Now, I think this Tower is about what's to come. I think that's for all of us. What's to come, because I can tell you right now, when this happens, it's going to be a little bit of chaos, guys. Not to frighten anyone, but some things are going to have to fall. There are a lot of things that we were not privy to. I don't know everything, and neither does anyone else, okay? We don't know what the heck was going on up there in Washington and around the world with leaders dealing with leaders, we have no idea. That is a big job. And you got to make this person happy, that person, all this kind of stuff. So there's some structures that are going to fall before this is all over with. And we're not going to like it. We're not going to like it until things get straight. That's what I'm hearing right now. We're all going to have to pay attention. Do your part by taking care of you. Don't wait on the government to do things for you. There's never, ever going to be, unless, I guess I shouldn't say that because it's happened, unless you're in that 1% billionaires who get to do whatever you want to do. And those are only particular people. Those people are really privileged. For those people that are of the same skin color as those people that think they're privileged, and there's some black ones too. Just watch and see what happens if he gets to take office. He only cares about himself. He keeps telling you that, and people are not believing it. You know. So, where was I going with that? But anyway, some things are going to happen in order for things to get straight. And that's what the universe wants us to know right now. That structures are going to fall. And I can just say, all I can say is everybody be safe and think about yourself and your family. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family. Love yourselves, love your family. Part of the problem is people have no concept of self-love. That's another conversation. You have no concept of self-love. And if you did, you wouldn't put all your faith in one person or one government or people. You're magical. You can make it happen for yourself. Anyway, I'm going to end on that. That's another subject for another time. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And go back and look at that. Maybe I'll try to connect it somewhere around here. And where I predicted, and more than once, I mean, that she was going to do it. Now, she's going to be president. So we'll see what happens. You know, it's not in my hands either. I mean, just because Spirit, this is what Spirit is showing me. We have free will. I keep saying that. Things can change. We have free will. We're all energy. And that's why I'm saying, send her good energy. Forget about the other person. Don't give him space in your mind. Okay, give it all to her. Write down 3 times. And why I say 3 times? Because that's the creation number. You put one person, another person together, you're going to create a third. Okay? So, we're talking about creation here. So write that down 3 times. And see her where you want her to be. This is what you should have in your mind, because we want to send enough energy out there that's going to give her the opportunity to get there. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. And I will see you on the next read. Have a good evening.